that's why I'm putting these albums in here, is because they don't have a wow factor. They don't have that, like, oh wow, this is a timeless album. None of these albums, that the rest of these albums that I'm gonna name, have a timeless effect to them whatsoever. Hello motherfuckers, welcome back to Motherfucker Channel. Today I am going to be talking about the most overrated, the worst albums of 2018. 2018 was, I don't want to say it was a terrible year for music, but I also don't want to say it was a good year for music, because I think the bad and the good equaled out to each other this year, like yin and yang, honestly, because there was a few good albums, but then there was also those bad albums that I don't see the hype in them, and I don't understand why they did the impact that they did. So that's going to be more of the overrated albums, but there are albums on here that just nobody really cared about. So let's get into it. Before I start, my question of the day to you is what album this year did you dislike the most, or hate the most, or thought was overrated, got talked about too much, I'm also going to be doing the 10 best albums of the year, 10 best songs, 10 worst songs of the year. So if you like that, like and subscribe. Let's get into this though. I'm absolutely ready. Like and subscribe. Let's go. The first one I'm going to start with is World on Drugs by Future and, what is his name? I forget what his name is. He's a mumble rapper, I believe so. Listen, Future always gets with these artists and thinks that they're about to do something. They're about to stop the whole game. And it's never like that. Like, the standout track on that album was a Nicki Minaj feature. Like, what? Like, none of the songs charted. Nothing happened. It was a terrible album. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. The next album is LMA's LMA, her self-titled album. I see a lot of people talk about LMA, and I don't want to, like, I just think she's overrated. I don't think she's that girl. I don't think that she doesn't have the vernacular that people think that she possesses. If I'm being honest, there's so many other R&B girls that deserve so much more, and I just think that she's overrated. Like, Normani, she should have all the success that LMA has. I'm just saying. The next album is Lil Yachty's Little Boat. I just think, okay, there was a point in time where I was like, I felt for Lil Yachty. I felt a lot of people were coming for him, and I was like, oh, okay, I kind of feel bad for him. But then I kind of opened my eyes and I seen, like, what is this bullshit that you are delivering to us? Like, and that's the thing with most of these artists on this list, is they think that they're doing something amazing. They think that they're about to give us an album that's going to change our lives, but in reality, it just sounds like everything else that's out right now. It's a mess. The next album is Culture 2 by the Migos. Bitch, come on. I mean, it's the Migos. Like, every song that they have sounds the same. Walk It, Talk It sounds exactly like a song on their last album or a few albums before that. I seen people doing that, comparing the two songs. It's crazy. It's so fucking crazy to me that artists reuse the same song, the same flow, the same tired fucking delivery. Like, what? Can we come up with something else, please? Like, if you want to be named as one of the best rap groups of all time, they're nowhere near the top 10, top 20, not even top 50 best rap groups of all time. I am sorry. I'm sorry. They have bops. Sometimes they give us bops, but overall they're very overrated and very repetitive, and that's just tea. The next album is Life's a Trip by Trippie Redd. Okay, first of all, I want to say Trippie Redd is delusional, okay? Like, and his fans are very delusional. I've gotten into altercations over social media with Trippie Redd fans. I didn't think he had fans, but like the way that they will, how do I say this? Like, they think that this man is just in a different world, a different dimension than everybody else. But again, in reality, he sounds like every fucking thing else that has come out in the last 3 years. That's why I'm putting these albums in here, is because they don't have a wow factor. They don't have that, like, oh wow, this is a timeless album. None of these albums, that the rest of these albums that I'm gonna name, have a timeless effect to them whatsoever. And I'm sorry if you like one of these albums, but tea is tea, and that's all I have to say about that. The fifth, or number 5, is Beer Bongs and Bentleys by Post Malone. The reason I'm adding this album here is because I just think he's very overrated. And again, let me make this clear. This is my personal opinion, okay? If you have an opinion about something else, that's fine. You have your worst albums of this year. I have mine. Hey. But Beer Bongs and Bentleys falls more under the category of overrated. And I think that's just tea. I honestly do. Like, there were so many better albums in the year of 2018 that deserved a nomination at the Grammys, but Beer Bongs and Bentleys somehow snuck its way in there. I don't understand it. I truly don't. I mean, the Grammys say that they care about quality and how hard an artist is putting their emotions into their albums, but from what I'm seeing in all their nominations that they have ever done, they pick the songs and the albums that did the most numbers in the most amount of time, you know, like, okay. The next album on this list is Championships by Meek Mill. Meek, listen, the only reason people are fucking with Meek at this moment in time is because he has a Jay-Z and Drake feature on his album. Okay? He has dropped another album within the time frame of him breaking up with Nicki and this. Nobody supported it. Nobody was talking about it. But all of a sudden, he has a Drake feature and a Jay-Z feature. Now everybody's talking about it. And that, to me, alone right there is selling out. A Drake feature, it's great. Whatever. Like, okay, congrats to you. It's whatever. But you knew what you were doing with that Drake feature. And the album, again, it just sounds repetitive of all his other albums. No depth. None of these albums have depth. I'm sorry. The next album, which could possibly be the most overrated album of the last few years when it comes to rap, is Astroworld by Travis Scott. I don't see the hype. I don't see where everybody is in love with this album. I don't see it. It's so... I want to know from a fan of Travis Scott, what is it? What do you see? What is it that can make me open my eyes and just be shook as fuck? Because I'm not seeing it. Auto-tune, that stands out to you guys? Auto-tune stands out to you guys? Trap beats stand out to you guys? What? You can switch the radio in your car anywhere and to any station and hear a fucking trap beat. Trap beats are so repetitive. Hi. Anyways, like I was saying, Astroworld is fucking terrible. The next album, and quite possibly the most overrated trap album of all time, is Invasion of Privacy by Cardi B. This is where I started to draw the line when it came to these albums that people hype up for no reason. I actually reacted to this album. It was I can't even say it was a solid album because she used the Bodak Yellow flow at least 3 other times on that album. The same tired delivery. She's not unique. She's not, like, nothing stands out about her that I can't get in any other female rapper. She likes to use other people's flows, other people's beats. She likes to steal other people's lyrics. And I don't under fucking stand the hype that this bitch gets whatsoever. And that's not me being a mad Nicki Minaj fan, because that's not it at all. I noticed this way back in the day. Like, people would hype up her just the trashiest shit. Like, she has some good ass shit. Barty or Cardi, that's really fucking good, okay? That's probably the best song on that album. But why wasn't that a hit instead of I Like It or Be Careful? Like, what? I don't understand. And Be Careful. What? Now, come on. You cannot tell me. You can't tell me that there's something in that song or in that situation that stands out. I don't see it. You guys don't see it either. You guys just like hyping up overrated artists. Let's continue. The next and the last album on this list, and I think might be the most overrated artist of the 21st century, is Drake's Scorpion. Girl, Drake, he fell off. He fell the fuck off. He may be doing all these numbers. Congratulations to him. But I want to make something clear to you people. Doing numbers on Billboard or iTunes, Spotify, I do not give a fuck how many streams you have, how many sales you have. I do not care whatsoever. Selling does not equal talent, okay? Let's make that clear. Let me give you a huge fucking example. Taylor Swift's album, 1989, I believe, outsold Beyonce's Lemonade album, outsold Rihanna's Anti album. But Lemonade is the greatest awarded album of all time. Anti is clearly 10,000 times better than that album. So sales mean absolutely nothing to me because I do not care. I like quality of music, not quantity. And this is what I'm getting from this list of people here, is they're only here to be famous. I don't see them as musicians. I don't see Drake as a rapper whatsoever. I don't see him as a singer. I see him as a figurehead to overrated artist. And that's all I have to say. Drake, you fell off way back in the day with, what was his last great album? It was that album, when was it? I forget what it was called, but His Head Was in the Sky. That was a really good album, and I think that was his last best album. I used to listen to it when I used to walk to school. So that's the thing. I'm not a hater of these people, because they have some good songs here and there, but these albums are so fucking overrated. And I think I'm just going to end it on that. But make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know how you felt about what I just said. Let me know your most overrated album of 2018. And make sure you come back for the best albums of 2018 and the best songs and the worst songs of 2018. But I guess that's it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Bye, motherfuckers.